Your biggest treasure lies in your darkest cave. I don't know who said this, it wasn't me, but it is so true. Hi, this is a video for the ladies who want to manifest love, but are stuck either journaling, doing affirmations, or overindulging in self care. This is for the ladies who are constantly doing the work, but only the work that feels like allows them to be in their feminine energy. I know that's a big confusion out there that essentially a lot of women are equating feminine energy with being comfortable, being in the flow and comfortable, right? And that is not how it should be interpreted at all. It is a trap. So, if you want to manifest love and you are tired of doing the affirmations and the journaling, and you are very good with your boundaries for others, but not for yourself, because boundaries go both ways. You need to have boundaries with yourself as well, which essentially translates to discipline, right? You need to be disciplined in certain areas in order to manifest love. Why do I say this? Because most people want to just attract the love they want without doing the inner work. And I know a lot of us have done a lot of inner work, and that's why it gets to be very, very confusing. There are very specific behaviors that we engage in that confuses the universe, because while we are doing the work that is to put ourselves in alignment, then the behaviors that we engage in bring us out of alignment with our desire. And at the root of this problem, there are two main issues: issues with low self worth and issues with trust. And I want you to recognize how much impact they have on your manifestation, because this is how you are swimming against the current. Okay? You say you want one thing, you do the work that is part of the work, but then you go and undo it when you engage in these behaviors. Hi, I'm Jackie, and I love helping people, guiding them back to their power. I do that through one-on-one consultations and tarot readings. So if you're interested, go to my website, artdivination.com, so you can book an appointment with me. Okay, let's begin. I'm going to talk first about how low self-worth shows up and how we are still engaging in behaviors that reflect that wound. That, yeah, we probably have worked on it a lot and we just don't see how it's still getting in the way. So I'm going to give you very practical ways in which it's still getting in the way so that you can learn to recognize it. Okay, so I have five ways that is still showing up in your life. So for example, I made a list. You overgive and feel like you have to earn love. Okay, that is very common. And what does it look like practically? You frequently buy gifts to make the other person happy. You do excessive acts of service, like doing their laundry, cleaning their house, running errands for them. You also sacrifice your own needs in order to be available whenever they want. You also do things that you don't want to do just to make them happy. If you find yourself doing these, then you are in the frequency of I am not enough unless I do more. And what this frequency is doing is attracting partners that just take, and don't reciprocate. Reciprocate. Because you are essentially operating from a place of lack rather than abundance. So, number two, you tolerate mistreatment because you fear being too much if you ask for more. So, what are the behaviors that are blocking your manifestation? Number one, you make excuses for them and their bad behavior, saying things like, oh, he's just very tired, he's very stressed with work, etc. You know what I mean. You ignore red flags and try to convince yourself that it's not a big deal. You also laugh at hurtful comments instead of addressing how it made you feel bad. You even downplay your emotions, telling yourself that you're just too dramatic. And you feel anxiety or fear of speaking up because you fear them leaving. And so the way that this is blocking your manifestation is because you are in the frequency of I don't deserve better. And you continue to attract partners who mistreat you because the universe is going to reflect back to you your low standards. Number 3, you feel like love is something you must prove worthy of. And the behaviors that still reflect that wounding are the following. You constantly seek validation by fishing for compliments. You constantly over explain yourself just so that you can prove yourself worthy in this conversation. You tend to agree with certain things, certain opinions that you don't actually agree with. You work extra hard so that you can be low maintenance and they don't leave you. You apologize excessively even when you did nothing wrong. So, how are you blocking manifesting love with these behaviors? You are essentially in the frequency of, I don't believe I'm inherently worthy of love. And naturally, you're going to keep attracting partners who keep making you prove yourself. Nothing is ever good enough. Number 4, you struggle with self-doubt in relationships, constantly wondering if you're good enough. Okay, and the behaviors that you are engaging with that reflect this wounding are you obsess over their texts, trying to read in between the lines and find hidden meanings. You constantly worry that they're going to leave you for someone better. You continuously compare yourself to their exes or to other people in their life. You are constantly over-analyzing their behavior, looking for hidden signs of them losing interest. And you constantly ask for reassurance, always needing to hear, I love you. You need to be reassured constantly. And this is blocking your manifestation because you are in the frequency of insecurity. The universe is going to keep reflecting your doubt by manifesting partners that are reflecting your fears. Number 5, you attach your value to how much someone loves you or chooses you. And the way that it looks like is the following. You feel empty when you're single. You lose yourself in relationships by dropping your hobbies and your friends, and you make it all about that person. You tend to stay in relationships that make you unhappy because at least you are being chosen. You feel devastating when someone doesn't like you back, as if it means that you are not valuable. You post things on social media just to get their attention instead of posting because you want to post them for yourself. And if you are engaging in those behaviors, you are mostly in the frequency of codependency. If you continue to engage in these behaviors, you are communicating that you don't come from a place of wholeness. You come from a place of neediness. And the universe is going to keep reflecting back to you your lack of self-worth. So yeah, those are typically the behaviors that you exhibit when you are trying to manifest love, but you haven't really addressed the issues at the core, which is low self-worth and lack of trust. I am going to be making a second part of this video where I'm going to address the ways in which you can recognize that you have issues with trust. And I'm going to give you behaviors that help you recognize that in you so that if it's you, you can do something about it.